This is the reason that I was like really happy. So there's a certain person out there, entity, and I wanted them to do a BlackMask, cover BlackMask on their channel. And I gave them a little tweet. I said, where's the BlackMask episode? They did it, but it was after the movie came out, and I had already seen the movie, so it was just like, wow, what did you? So it's to do it before the movie, so I'd have the knowledge, but I had already done as much research on the BlackMask as I could. He's vicious. He's dangerous. He's a BlackMask. NE1 comic book reading. DogLifeChris. Turning his back on the mirrors, he strides from sanity to the shadows. A stranger within his own skin. Some night very soon, he will lead an army from the darkness, swearing to slay flesh. First Bruce Wayne, and then Batman. The story is his bizarre origin, the BlackMask losing face. Starts off the first day he was born. First thing he ever saw was a mask. And then, oh my gosh, you dropped it? If that's the mom talking, it's not an it anymore. The dad would be like saying it, and the mom would say, oh, it's a precious baby boy. What's wrong with you, mom? People forever after said that there was a strange look in his eyes, a certain dullness which never fully concealed the burning. The picture boys from the Gazette are out front, dear, clamoring for the heir's first photo. Oh, Charles, couldn't you have given me a proper time to prepare? At least let me put on my face. Growing up, there were the masks his parents wore for the interminable parade of socialite guests. Yes, Charles, yes, it would be nice if you and young Bruce could become something closer. Do put on a smile, Roman. The Waynes are our influential friends. He came to despise the friends almost as much as the mask occasioned by the fleeting presence. When he was 12, there was the first summer vacation in the North Woods. Won't this be marvelous? What a change, Roman. A whole month of roughing it here, away from it all. Well, Roman, do you like our little summer retreat? Little? It's a gated house with 15 bedrooms. Well, he tried, but he just couldn't force a mask. Yes, Mother, marvelous. Oh. There was only one movie theater in the nearest town, and it was playing a yucky kid stuff cartoon. I hope you'll enjoy this feature, Roman. But he put on a mask of eagerness. I'm certain I shall, Mother. Anything to get away from all those trees and mosquitoes for a while. Trees and mosquitoes never allowed to penetrate the heavily curtained windows and the air conditioning of the 14 homes in the summer cabin. The next day, he tried to escape, thinking he might never return, and hoping for an encounter somewhere along the path. He got one, though it was hardly exactly what he expected. Still, he felt a strange sense of kinship with this creature, which was also trapped in a lifelong mask. He even named it. Hi, Bandit, the little boy said. It approached him, apparently as friendly as the goofy critters in that lousy cartoon. What the heck? Might as well pet the little... it bit me. Blood! Then he began screaming and running, and soon he was lost in the dense maze of the trees, feeling dizzy and sick. Drowned by his tears, the mosquitoes swarmed his face with hungry. Oh, very hungry indeed. He shrieked for the chauffeur until his name became unrecognizable. Ah, ah, chauffeur, I'm hurt. By the dark, he was stumbling and staggering. It was impossible to tell if his eyes were swelling shut or simply falling. He felt very, very hot, but frozen around the edges, which were turning fuzzy and weightless. He never felt the fall, nor would he ever remember it. But that which would follow, he would never forget. It dragged him straight down to hell. It's the rabies. It's got a rabies nightmare. The nightmare continued forever. An endless movie of his own making played out somewhere deep, deep behind his face. And then he lived? Where? You're fine, Roman. We'll be going home soon. Apparently you were bitten by some sort of a filthy rabid animal, but don't you worry. Your father had flown in the best available doctors and brought them in by helicopter. So he lived, and he recovered, and he again. But again, there were suspicions. It was the chauffeur who found him. I tell you, Charles, he's not the same boy. His eyes, they're so strange. He's been strange since the day he was born. And if you had let me sue that incompetent Butterfingers doctor for that malpractice. We'll not get into that again, Charles. The very idea of dragging our names and faces through these papers of common lawsuits. Let's just get away from this dreadful place. Yeah, Charles. During the next 9 years, it was difficult to say which grew larger, his father's empire or his father's belly. On his 21st birthday, he was brought into the business. What, 21? What'd you do for 4 years? Slum it? Someday, as they say, all this will be yours, Roman. But for now, you'll have to work your way up, just like any other employee from Janus Cosmetics. It took a month, and the other employees were dazzled. Roman Sionis, vice president. 3 days later, he fell under the witch's spell. Well, my modeling name is Circe, Mr. Sionis, but call me Roman. Circe, huh? I like that, bewitching and beautiful. Have you gotten the job yet? Actually, I'm still waiting for my interview. You're hired. Arrange with my secretary to show you my gratitude over dinner. The spell deepened. Have you ever modeled cosmetics before, Circe? Frequently at Revron in Coty. What's Coty? I don't know. Stop right there. From now on, your face belongs to Janus. In fact, I'm thinking of yourself as being wedded to me. To you, Roman? Of course. Eventually, I will be Janus, you know, and perhaps sooner than either of us think. His face looks weird. He's just like a sad, macabre face. An exorcism attempt as the mom tries to... Do you realize it's 4 a.m. and a common model? Little better than a streetwalker. Well, I won't hear of it. But mother... Silence, Roman! For once, your mother is absolutely right, and you can just forget that girl right now. I'm having her fired in the morning. Very well, Father. I suppose you're right. Good night, then. But it was a mask. Back so soon, Roman? I told you, Circe. It might be sooner than either of us realized. And surrounded by the witch's enchanting face, they sealed their fate. Oh, no, why'd you do it, Roman? The following summer, the king and the queen died in a fire of suspicious origins, yet origins never challenged. I'm honored by your coming here in person, but I can only repeat what I already told your men, Commissioner Gordon. I was indeed with Roman that night. They were displayed with their matching ebony lids sealed. Acceptable death masks could hardly be salvaged from each conflagration, because they were burned to a crisp. Still, he found himself wondering if Janice had yet tapped the lucrative market for morticians' cosmetics. They should try to look into that. He took over the very next day, heading to the empire which fashioned the mask for those who loathe their true faces. Oops, my fault. And what's in there? Here you are, Roman. That's our public relations division, Mr. Sionis. A suite of 5 offices devoted to helping our customers' satisfaction. 5 rooms? Oh, that's just the right size. Clear out all that crap in there and have the interior decorators furnish 4 rooms as an apartment. Tell him, her, or it to leave the largest room empty for me. I'll fill it myself. And he did. And there's another crate in there for you, Roman. New ones. New Guinea, I believe? Oh, thank you, Cersei. Thank you. Yeah, now his infatuation starts. With masks. Struck by the hallmark of their life, he began collecting the real masks. By the scores, made by the hands of the primitives. His work went on. No. The invisible approach to cosmetics is an old hat. If we're selling something, it should be tangible, something visible. It's not the mask that's important. Oh, it's the mask that's important, not the face. And the mask must be extreme. Cersei, you can come in now. Janice is taking a bold new approach, gentlemen. I've decided to gear our entire production to be in the forefront, leading the way with the radical new line, and this is its face. Well, gentlemen, what do you think of the new Janice face paint cosmetics? Frankly, Mr. Sionis, frankly, Mr. Sionis, I believe it's a mistake to gear our entire output to something so extreme. I agree, Mr. Sionis. Boy George and Cyndi Lauper, they're cartoons. I don't really think people in the streets really want to look like that. And I think you're wrong. And he was the boss, for better or for worse. The face paint line is a financial disaster, Roman. Our consumers have shifted to other brands, and even though we've hastily gone back to our regular line, it's too late. Customers are now in the habit of buying Revlon, Coty, and enough. I've had enough. And they may never come back, Roman. The damage may be irreparable. And so he lost the face. So he lost face for the first time. But most assuredly not the last. I want you to work up something new. Makeup which is traditional in appearance, but it offers something other brands can't. I don't care what it is, as long as it's a revolutionary idea. What the silicone chip was to the transistor, and there's $100,000 bonus for the man who does it. $100,000 bonus? I'll make something tomorrow. That night, Where's Cersei? She said she felt like spending some time in her old apartment, sir, and that she would then be going out. A week later. Water-insoluble makeup, Mr. Sionis, which won't come off in the rain, and when the woman goes swing, or it's perfect. Put it into production immediately. I'm afraid that's premature, sir. You see, the compound literally bonds to the skin, yet washes off with a mild soap and water. The bonding agent needs to be tested for potential side effects. No time for that. But I'm afraid I must insist, sir. You're fired. Pick up your $100,000 bonus on the way out. Janice's fortunes shifted until the rash. It's getting worse, and my face it's peeling off. Damn it. I tell you, it's that new makeup you bought. It's gotta be. How many? 437 lawsuits this week alone. All waterproof merchandise, withdrawn virtually no product on the market, no earnings. We're on the brink of the ruins, and the banks refuse to bail us out. There's only one hope remaining, Roman, and it's enough. I've had enough. But there was much more to hear. It's just like you, Roman, proposing to marriage while I'm packing to leave. I'm not washed up yet, Cersei. It's no use, Roman. It's gotten away from us. Besides, I've had other offers. For your modeling or for your hand? For your face, Cersei, or for your soul? Is there any difference, Roman? The end result is I'm leaving you. Roman, you and your damn makeup masks. I'm leaving you forever. And again, he lost face. He lost face, and lost mirrored in the faces of all those he had betrayed. Mr. Sionis, we just received the answer from our last hope, the Wayne Foundation. They said, yes, but only under one condition. It was a galling one, advanced 2 days later. That Janus Cosmetic henceforth be governed by a new board of directors appointed by the Wayne Foundation. What are you trying to say, Mr. Lucas Fox? What is it? Is that I'm frozen out? The firm will still be yours, Sionis, but you will not be running it. Quite frankly, we would not involve ourselves in all that. We are in it for the friendship between Thomas Wayne and your father. Do you agree to the terms of the bailout? I have little choice, Mr. Fox. But it was there. It was the last time he ever signed his real name. A name he has come to despise. And tonight, more than anything in creation, simply and solemnly, because he is incapable of despising himself. Darn you, father! Darn you, father! I mean, his father's dead. He's at that father's tomb. The past recedes until there is only the now of hate demanding vengeance. And since vengeance upon himself is unthinkable, darn you, father, he blames fate, thereby tempting it. Did it just explode? Oh, we got hit by lightning, bruh. Dropped again, just like the first time I was born. And he sees that the crypt door swung open wide. This fool's going crazy. Inside, the matching ebony caskets are still sealed for now. Do you hear me, father? You're dead, and I've been reborn. You're both dead. You heard me, and I've been rudely reborn. Dropped harder than the first time. A portion of the dark lid comes away in his blood hands. revealing a mask of death created by the loss of face to the fire and the maggots. Then, hunched in the dank corner, clutching the ebony shard of death, he began to giggling. He lifts the fragment, and with the dark wood pressed to his face, he will gibber and drool for 5 hours before thinking to go get a knife. What? What does gibber mean? I have to look that word up. Is it like maybe? It is not several days later when no clothes, no valuables, no personal effects were taken from this apartment, Commissioner. Nothing except all those masks. Every last one of them. And the bare bust seemed oddly chilled. All right, thank you for your time. Let's go over to the chemistry lab, Chief Bullock. He's carving the face. The compound with the bonding agent used in the waterproof faces line. We had it locked up on the shelf, and since the lawsuit hadn't started yet. But it was missing the day after Mr. Sionis disappeared. And the only stuff missing from the safe of his family's estate was a loot of cash and an automatic? I don't get it, Commissioner. Why would a guy like Roman Sionis disappear with a gun and a lot of money and a bunch of masks and some defective makeup goop? What the heck is he up to? He's done carving that thing. I guess he put out a call, you know what I mean? Some thugs showed up. You sure this is the place? I don't like Crips, especially ones as big as a house. Why don't we just keep the 10 grand and blow this joint? Because, my friend, the man said there was plenty more where the 10 grand came from. Yeah, but, oh Lord. Approach the other coffin and prepare for the death of your identities. Prepare for your initiation into the false face society of Gotham. And then he pops out, obey me, go to the coffin, and know that the mask destroys one's identity while creating another. Know that the mask recreates the wearer. Do like he says, or he'll ice us. Know that though the sublimation of the personality inhibitations dies, and deeper dives, more primitive instincts are brought out to the surface. 2 masks stare from the other casket. Mother was gone. What did he do with his mom? He ate her? Know that the mask itself retains the spiritual power of the material from which it was made. Know that the wearer becomes the mask. You are now Thespis and Tuppence, the first soldiers of the army which will soon engulf all of Gotham, the army of the Black Mask. I am the Black Mask, and I will make you rich. I am death. A month passes, in which Gotham's shadows come to know many more masks. Who's your boss, thief? Batman? Who do you work for? Who's behind this mask gang? Answer me! Stop! We work for the Black Mask. But Batman's attention is drawn skyward. Oh, because the light with the symbol makes him look up. Wow, in a more prosperous area of the city, the makeup Thespius put on the mask. Good. Now put the mask on his face. Tupping. Gently. Good. He didn't even awaken. And now the time has come for the season of the witch. Police headquarters. What the? Present. You called me? Batman. Yes, Bullock's dug up some info about the new underworld leader. He calls himself the Black Mask. How'd you know that? The present was originally wrapped in this. But look, he's holding the mask. That's sick, bro. He scarred that fool for life. What the? Don't touch a thing. We'll be right over. Murder? The new chairman of the board of Janus Cosmetics? And how fared the night's other enterprises? All smooth. BlackMask except for one break. Except for one break-in, bust up by the Batman. Omega! Commissioner, look at, it's some kind of monster mask, but it's his skin. How? Poison absorbed through the pores. Oh, that's Batman. A concentrated mixture of the banned Janus Cosmetics smeared inside the pig mask means the Black Mask is Roman Sionis, with a death grudge against the executives appointed to the Wayne by the Wayne Enterprise. Yes, I suppose the Batman will have to be taken care of eventually, but right now, I want you to begin work on an entirely different sort of man. His name is Bruce Wayne. Read more about this in Batman Arkham Black Mask graphic novels. The origins of the Black Mask. Pretty interesting. I'm not going to say anything because I just love the movie. And I have nothing bad to say about the movie. At all. This seems like a different Black Mask. Just saying. Anyways, DogLifeChris, NE1 comic book reading. We're out this sucker. And if I have doubles of that Joker, whoever's the first to comment, then you're going to give me some information and I'm going to send you that, send you this guy right here. I feel like I have 2 of these now. So, comment, like, subscribe, and you might get one in the mail.